Hi, I'm George, the Weather Dad, with a major winter storm update. The National Weather Service now has put out their warnings and advisories out, and take a look at it. It is massive across the central U.S. This storm system is really working its way from west to east. So everything I show you from here on out, keep in mind what's happening out in this area is going to transfer straight across towards the east. You can see a lot of warnings and advisories that are currently up. A closer look here of the Midwest reveals that everything you see here in red is a winter storm warning. Now, of course, if you've been listening to your local TV stations and radio and also the National Weather Service, you already know that. That's already into effect. But what's really interesting here is that, again, west to east is going to be the progression of the storm over the next 24 to 48 hours. And again, it's going to work its way right into the mid-Atlantic region. This shaded area in red, those are winter storm warnings. You can see some purple areas. Those are ice warnings. So it's going to be a very, very nasty, icy situation across this area. But don't let your guard down, because there's going to be a lot of snow here, but there's also going to be ice moving its way into central Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, probably not central Ohio, but at least southern Ohio, Kentucky, and then that's going to work its way again towards the east. On either side of that, we have winter weather advisories in effect. And again, this is for Sunday and on into Monday for most of this area. This area here, again, you'll be seeing the activity possibly later on tonight and on into Sunday morning. So here's the model run for tomorrow morning. This is Sunday morning. You can see it's still pretty quiet here in Indiana and Ohio, but really getting us cranked up here in Missouri and Illinois and Kentucky. The greens and the yellows, that we could be looking at some severe weather pushing its way down towards the Gulf Coast, but a lot of snow, and these dark lines, when they're that close, that means there's also going to be a lot of wind involved with the system as well. Once again, this is validating Sunday morning. You can see snow already breaking out throughout Iowa, pushing its way into Illinois. Now, let's extend it into Sunday midday. You can see the very heavy snows working its way into Illinois, Indiana, and now portions of Ohio, certainly in Kentucky. But notice the purple and red areas. That's where we're having the major ice situation. And also notice, again, these black lines getting closer. So the storm is increasing, and we're going to see very strong gusty winds with that as well. Later on in the day on Sunday, you see the heavy snow bands working its way across central Indiana into now southern and central Ohio, and that's going to push its way into West Virginia, and also the Mid-Atlantic. Notice this strong thunderstorm, possibly severe thunderstorms right along the Mississippi River Valley, and that's going to push its way towards the east as well. The other thing I want to note too is there's the center of the storm system. Notice how much blue is behind it. So as the cold air filters in behind it, the precipitation, this red area, which is going to be ice, will switch back over to some snow. So this system is not only pushing everything in, it's also going to follow with a nice little batch of snow as well. Late to Sunday night, notice what happens. Once again, talking about everything moving from west to east. So the ice is there in southern Illinois, southern Indiana, and Kentucky. That pushes its way right across. So this icy situation is going to go across northern Kentucky, southern Ohio. It could work its way into the Cincinnati area as well. And this is late Sunday night and on early Monday morning. Also notice some purple there in central Indiana. It looks like Evansville, Nashville, Bloomington, Indiana. You're going to be more into the icy situation for a while, and that's going to knock down your snowfall totals as well. But it's also going to make travel very, very tricky over the next 24 to 48 hours as well. But notice again the heavy snow now in central Illinois, Indiana, and that's going to push right across as well. How much snow are we looking for here? It really depends if you switch over or not. But some of you could be approaching close to 12 inches of snow if you do not switch over to the icy situation. Then you're going to have a lot of blowing and drifting snow as temperatures will be crashing behind the system. You can see these blue lines there. So very, very cold Arctic air is going to be pushing its way in. Now, as far as Monday is concerned, the system continues to push its way towards the east. Remember, again, west to east. But as I mentioned, there's backside snow. So we will have more snow on Monday as this system continues to pull out. But also the temperatures will be crashing. So anytime you have the road crews working on the roads, and it's going to be some slush out there. Well, temperatures will be probably in some cases below zero by the time Tuesday and Wednesday show up. So very cold, and that's just going to refreeze. So driving conditions, not only for your Sunday, will be bad also on Monday, Tuesday, and possibly also on Wednesday as this cold Arctic air continues to push in. So that's the latest and greatest as far as the storm system is concerned. It's been very consistent over the last couple of days, so I have no reasons to believe that this is going to change anytime soon. But you will have a whole lot of snow right there in the Ohio Valley to start off with. There will be a transition period. The question is how much. Depends on how much snow you will eventually get at this point in time. But be careful out there because the winds will be picking up, which means wind chill factors are going to be extremely low as well. This is a major winter storm moving fairly quickly towards the east, but it's also going to be our largest snowstorm we've had probably in the last 3 to 4 years right here in the Ohio Valley. So be safe out there. Of course, stay tuned to any watches and warnings that may be issued over the next 24 to 48 hours. I'm George, the Weather Dad.